Hello everyone, how good of you to join once more to Anno 1800, to our little city here, enjoying once more the Christmas market, a bit late perhaps, but there's always time and room in the belly for some hot wine, isn't there? Until at least January I think we do have the Christmas market. Oh, look at that! There's also our best friends in the carousel for children to play along with. Let's just take a ride in this totally not frosty weather that we have today. But enough with the festivities, we do have work to do. Those people, those people are getting a nice new treat to their city, and that is the cigars. We've built and finalized the production in the last episode, and as we can see, some 400 tons of cigars are now finally waiting. And yeah, let's just activate this all along, and with that we have the next product fulfilled. This will lead to another nice population boost, and other than that, yeah, a bit of money there, but we don't really care about the money at this point. We got 80 million on the account, and this is money that we can't really spend anyway, as with the Combat Overhaul mod, share takeover is non-existent basically. Now what we do want to have, other than the cigars, we want to continue upgrading some people. Those guys here are, they actually do need a school. I don't have a school close by. Let's just find us that. There we have it. Just real quick, so that we can upgrade those artisans here to engineers, and then onwards to investors. Now what we can see, those people, what they need next is chocolate and steam carriages. I would like to go ahead with the steam carriages right away, as I think this is rather easy. Why is it easy? Well, for the steam carriages, you may look at that. We do actually need quite a lot of stuff for it, right? But the steam motors we already have. The coach makers we can make. The coach makers do need caoutchouc, but the steam motors we can actually replace with an item that we already have on board, and that is, where do we have it? There she is, Susanna, the steam engineer. Instead of steam motors, we only process filaments. Like, you only need filaments and coaches to get the cab assemblies out there, to the steam carriages. Really easy with that, right? The demand for the steam carriage at the moment is sitting at around 3 per minute. I would like to say then with 2 of the cab assembly lines we should be filled for the foreseeable future. Now all we need really is, that's just easier to say than actually done, is a free trade union. We don't have enough influence to actually get us another trade union out once more. This one over there is fully staffed, right? This one is still blueprinted and this one is still blueprinted, and would cost me 20 influence each. Now what I can do instead, I can just move buildings around. We do have the steam carriages and we just need to squeeze them in here nicely. And boom, it's all about optimization, I guess. We just moved a couple of buildings around, made a smaller glass factory and a spectacle factory out here that is still fitting in nicely into this whole area, and built one of each additionally to counter the lack of a boost that we get from Faras now. And then we have our 2 cab assembly lines up there. I think we can actually build them both right away. Let's do this. And also, let's get us Susanna in here, that she's now going to use that. And with that, as we can see, she's also producing light bulbs in addition to all the rest. What we only need now is the chassis, and we do need the filaments. The chassis, of course. So chassis. Now, with that out of the way, we are under attack once more, but that is an ironclad, the oyster catcher. I wonder what loot it has in store, right? An oyster catcher? Who knows about that? We also got some ships close by, of course, to get rid of her as quickly as possible. Bit of more space that we have than here. And the only thing now we do need is the coach makers then for that. They produce every 2 minutes. The cab assembly lines produce every 30 seconds. That means we actually do need 4 of them for 1 cab assembly line. And boom, do we have the space for that? Of course we do. Right up here, they're also getting electricity, so we don't need to get 4 of them for 1, but rather 2 of them for 1, and that means 4 coach makers in total, right? Because they also receive their electricity boost and right away. Let's actually move these mold houses a bit. Beer is something, a thing of the past, really, right? So we really don't need to get that much beer along. Oh, this one will make work here. There's no way that I'm going to not make it work like that. Also have this road around it then. A bit of space here in the middle that's, yeah, I don't like so much. Let's move the warehouse over there to get us all that room in, and then we can just move those guys here and make even more room than over there for something new. Then we got it, actually. That's all we need. Let's build both of them right away. That's 2. And then we do need, of course, 2 more for the other assembly line. Right? And they're getting boosted then right away. And that's it, really. Only caoutchouc is now something that we need to push, and also filaments. For the filaments, we already have Catastra, which is probably brimming with filaments at this point. It is full. Let's also quickly check out the total surplus that we have here, and that is around 13. Now, 13 is something that we absolutely don't need, really, that much, but still we have it. And with that, let's go ahead. Cape Trelawny. Let's find us... Does the light bulb have some room available there for us? I don't think so. It's using all 6 slots already. Should be something else. Yeah, that's the pig and the sausage one. Both of them are really full in both areas. 3 ships are on it, really. So, could it work for us? Could work. And then we got the steel and the steel beams. Or the just easiest way to do it is actually just creating a new trade route. We're still going to need some more products in the future where we get everything over. So let's keep some room available for the future then. We just finished a bunch of cargo ships here. So blobfish beauty, off you go for this. Oh my god.
Ship under attack.
Alright, and there's also some cleanup here once more. Nothing to worry about as always. Just look away, please, and that's it. With that, the filaments are coming in at least, but one thing is certain, and that is caoutchouc. That will not be enough. We got our caoutchouc productions over there already boosted, so there's not that much we can do really, other than, yeah, building us a few more, right? So I do have a warehouse over there, and then we just get along with a few more of them. They produce, as far as I remember, every minute. That's right. And we only really need 4 of them. And boom, there we have them already. Doesn't really take up that much space. We would even be able to squeeze in more of them. And that's basically it. Alright, okay. That ironclad ship was no mess to deal with. Let's just get us a few more ships. Let's especially get us the dreadnought down there. She's sending some more ships in there. 2 battle cruisers. I'm tickling a bit. Let's just check it out. We keep that defense up there rather, and there we still have 2 more of my warships. Let's get them over there for some action so we can quickly dispose of these ships. Now the caoutchouc is coming in. We do have a caoutchouc trader still active. Global it should be. There it is. Getting the caoutchouc over then back and forth. Both of them are empty. That's an interesting one. Flying Dodo and Electra too. I think that we can actually keep them for that. I don't think we are actually really capped. Oh, we are. Okay. Even though both of these ships, where are they? Where are my 2 trade ships? They're in neither world. Are they both actually transitioning right now?
Your harbor is under attack.
Where are those ships? They're also not transitioning really. Ah, there they are, and they're both together. Of course, that is never a really good thing. We can send one more out that is waiting in Cape Trelawny right now. There it is, and that should actually do the trick just fine. Yeah, harbor buildings once more. Bit of action. And there's my dreadnought, my dready, already coming in. Now, of course, there's a lot of trade routes here going back and forth. I do have my docklands, I do have a pier. I might just build as a second pier, right? Meanwhile, the cavalry is already moving in. Not doing that much damage. This one is doing a bit more damage than overall to clean the mess that we have. Speaking about combat, there is also something else working for us down here. And that is this dreadnought massive fleet. No idea how I was able to manage to get all of them here working, but we do have them. By the way, one of them costs me around 5,000 maintenance costs. That is leading to total expenses for all my warships of 85,000 at the moment. But of course, they're paying off. They're pulling off just fine. Let's just get them over there. And yeah, move in. Taking down Arundel, the next one here. Sounds like a character from a famous fantasy series, doesn't it? Oh well. I've watched it too much and too often. Let's move in, of course, devastating the sea mines once more. And we're just going to try to use the range of those baddies here to take out that warehouse. It's a very bad position for us, really, because we still need to move around there. They cannot shoot through the mountain there, obviously, and we need to get around here. And of course, there is sea mines everywhere here. This is the tricky part.
That was but a shadow.
All Alright, but now there is the firing opened. Let's also use some of my mortars there to quickly dispose any morale. Boom, there it is. As always, nice to see. And we really took a lot of damage. There's no doubt about that. Off it goes though.
You cannot drain it.
And with that, another island of Mishunt down. We get a chemical fertilizer that I like already. All crop farms are affected by it by 50% productivity boost. Let's get one of my cargo ships over that we have available. Do we have a cargo ship available? Oh my, there it is. And we continue. We probably continue over there. This is looking also very good. This is looking very bad, to be honest. There's 2 heavily fortified harbor areas. Both of them plastered with sea mines. Definitely. And I cannot get to this one there because it's so central. Holy moly. What an island. Really. This is going to be devastating because we need to move in here to get to this area. While at the same time, another area, another ship fleet needs to get over. Let's gather them here. And then we're going to separate them. There you go. And this one, those 2 actually I will probably not use. Let's use them anyway, not just at the vanguard though, because they will take the most damage. The fertilizer I like. We can use them for the tobacco then. Back to Taborim, huge jump. We can now open up the dried meat. We have plenty of that available. I guess 60 tons. That's just perfect. And with that, we will be able now to upgrade those jolly good people here to elders. Now in that case here, there's still a bit of space here that I haven't used really to the maximum of my capacity. So let's just get this right. I think by building another. Oh yeah, we could do it like that. We could make it like really fun like this. I don't think I've ever used a layout like that. That looks pretty cool, to be honest. And we might just use that more often in the future. And then we can have some more buildings here closer to the main road. Now we'll need to make it like that. And there we have more people than just living here. All of them getting now the dried meat as well. There's another quest here. Biniam's Vision. Biniam is finally talking with us. And Biniam wants your help examining various architectural proposals for a monumental building he's calling the Research Institute. It is Biniam's belief that the expertise of scholars from all around the world might be brought together under one roof. A truly international campus university housed in the cultural nexus that is the old world. And we do need to find a blueprint for that, a proper design. Let's just have a look at that. I think there's the people. And this is one of them. Not really convincing, that is. Let's have a look at this. Nah, way too small.
Talented, no doubt, but their experience too specific. Their projects lacking.
There it is. This is the blueprint that we're probably going to use. The old guy is also talking with us there in between.
Demonstrable skills? Yes. This consortium have concepted the perfect prototype to become the Research Institute.
And he's happy with that as well. But before we continue, we do need to continue with the main quest here. Solve the enigma, finding the correct towers that we have right over there. And we do get a hip, and we do need a tip, and we do have these towers here with the cheetah, hyena, zebra, hippo, and we basically just need to follow here the story, right? So first by the rivers was the zebra, who started the hyena, who turned yelped with the hippo, and then the cheetah slunk through, and that's the lion. So let's basically click us through the towers that are in the correct order, and then all the way up here to the lion's tower. And with that, we have solved this massively complicated enigma. Next up, we do need to renovate his baths.
The ancient baths are sadly rather overgrown. My wife especially is rather
by removing some pebbles over there, a tree, branching twigs in the waters, and now the water is flowing again to this bathhouse over there.
What can bring a people together better than bathing?
And then we also have these singing goats, do, mi, so, ti, and la.
Tell no one I said so, but
I wonder where I heard this before. And now we finally get the mission, attract elders, that we also have to find.
And
or,
the
well,
elders have
experienced
been
teachers.
clamoring
Following the
for
momentarily
grace to
amusing goat's
partake in
diversion,
the
Emperor
meal.
Ketima wishes for a quick
A
return
testament to
to
your
serious business.
stewardship.
He asks you to invite the strident yet venerable elders.
Elders constitute a devout.
And I guess with all said and done, we can finally do this. And let's go ahead, get us the elders to Taborim.
You reached a new milestone.
Age of Community for Taborim.
So he has finally come, or been sent. It was but a matter of time.
Maintain the position Her Majesty set out in her letter. Use any means at hand to achieve the necessary result. A personal failure would be unacceptable. I swore to myself I'd never return. Swore it. What? How? You? And why are you here? Ah, yes, of course. Yes, of course. Her Majesty has no qualms with free traders. But please, no politicking here, for the Crown has a vested interest in Inbeza.
Let it not be said a guest was made to feel unwelcome in Inbeza, regardless of his bearing. Let him settle, so long as it is not on our land. We shall refrain for the time being and observe.
Troubled
All right.
times make familiar
And the next
faces
enemy is
friendly,
already
eh?
upon us.
Well,
Sir
there's
Archibald
always a
Blake
berth on
and the
Her
crown.
Majesty's land if you want to feel more at home.
My name.
So Emperor Ketima does not wish to give Sir Archibald Blake the opportunity to settle unchecked at his borders and ask if you would reach out and see what exactly it is that he is after. Alright, we can certainly do this and try to meddle between the two of them. We do have a flag monitor, he's rather quick about it. And where is Archibald Blake? There he is, in Little Clarence over there on this, yeah, beautiful island. He's already got himself quite the mansion up there too. Perhaps we can tip it for us at some point as well. That would be amazing. Now, however, we do need to continue there as well. I think with the elders, we also get now something that I'm really after, and that is the mud bricks. We should start with that right away. We do for that need a new production. With the mud bricks, we can build some defenses, right? We can also upgrade the warehouses, stuff like that. That is pretty important, and also build us some more stuff along the way. For that, we do need the clay collector, which basically just needs a river location. So we're going to get ourselves this smaller area over there with the clay collector. Do we have a better one available? No, I think that's fine, right? And then we do need to get the TAF farms. I guess with 3. Let's make 4 brick houses, because that would be the ratio with the clay collector. And for that, we do need 4 of these TAF farms. Now, I guess we can have one here, a second one here, and 2 more in this area. That should actually be it already. Let's just try it out. How much do we have? 168 fields is actually quite a lot. Yeah, they're much better. There's a bit of tiny patches of grass there in between. No worries though, we can use everything here with some trees in between. And with that, let's build those 4. Actually, with the fields, of course. Not really expensive, and we can afford that rather easily. We do have, luckily, also the fertility on this. And then the clay collector with the warehouse. 15 seconds only, so we should have a warehouse right next to it to really use all of that high volume that we need to transport with that. Also, one more thing, and that is the mud collectors. We do need 4 of them. Let's just check out their space. Yeah, actually they do need some space, but we do have a space available just here. And I think it might be a perfect location for this. There you go. All 4 of them with everything that we had. And with that, we also produce some mud bricks now. With that, we will be able to upgrade also the warehouse then, which is definitely overwhelmed a bit. So I might actually add us a second one right over there for now.
A familiar face. Splendid.
We've also arrived at Archibald Blake.
We have much to discuss.
And with the remaining ones, the timber that we have, let's upgrade us a few more people, because we also need the workforce.
I wrote often enough, but communications in this land seem haphazard.
A meeting? Very well. Although I fear I know the outcome.
Alright, so they want a meeting, those two older gentlemen. But for me, right now, it's all about my workforce. And there's still something else, and that would be unhappiness, which is still soaring a bit here, and that's because of the hibiscus tea. There might be some expansion that we need for the hibiscus tea. We do need petals, or hibiscus, and that is something that we only have in Drumtout. So luckily us, we got this island from Miss Hunt, because we don't have it. Oh, we actually would have it in Taborim. How many hibiscus? I mean, we would really use all the space then, right? It's 2 of them, and that would be, yeah, well, only 2 hibiscus farms, really. Guess we can still squeeze them in somehow. 1 here and 1 here. Make the maximum use of it. 144 is also not that much. Number 1. And number 2. And that would be already all we need. So, since it's really that easy and that cheap to produce, we can just have it here. And the available space there, we could also then squeeze in some 2 tea spicers. Yeah, to get this one cracking. And then another warehouse that we're going to need for some more factories or plantations in this area as well. Also, let's not forget about our endeavor here in the New World. Don't forget, or don't be mistaken about this. This will cost us ships. There is no way around that. I think we're going to lose 1 or 2 dreadnoughts with that. Yeah, let's send the primary forces over there for now, right? And 3 of them should do the trick for those few cannons there. So that's the easier side. While those guys here need to gather a bit further over there before we then move into the main area. I'm not expecting the airships really to do anything, right? So they're just a lot of them in numbers. Oh, there's also some fast ships moving forward. But I think the primary goal should definitely be this island here. That will be a major blow to Miss Hunt in the New World there, because I think we might, or we may have gotten rid of her. There's still something over there. I'm pretty sure she's still also in this area then. Now, you are in... You're looking pretty funny there. This is looking even funnier though. And gone it is. I think that's it. Yep, nothing else we need to do. And also just on time really. My fleet has reached its checkpoint. Can move around now. And then move right into Last Loth over there. Meanwhile, the 3 ships down here are moving into that area there. Weather is perfect for a nice takeover. If that is succeeding, that's it though, right? He's got lots of heavy harbor artillery, so these towers there, they're doing quite a lot of damage.
Fleet embarking.
Ship under attack.
And as we can see, they're also firing on the service buildings in the city itself. Like the boxing arena, for example.
Ship under attack.
No.
Poor Last Loth, definitely going down here. Can't help that. Let's just see. Can we use something over there? Perfect. This is looking good. At the same time, we're moving fully into this area now. Let's wreak havoc on her defenses there as well. Yeah, and there's the first ship going down. I was able to move some items off board. I mean, I was fully expecting to lose the ship here or there, right? No problem. As we'll just rebuild it. This is really heavy fortifications. And as such, costs are high. Look at that. Morale is really not crumbling that quickly.
On point. Fleet, engage.
Oh boy. We do have some mortar again. Yeah, might be a bit too late to move some of them out. Damage is exceptionally high. That's those harbor cannons there right now. We're losing a second dreadnought, just as expected.
A ship was
Another one
destroyed.
down. And this area though is clear.
Fleet awaiting
Oh
orders.
boy. I have a bad feeling. Not looking good.
Fleet, prepare to fire.
Down. Down. Where's the anti-armor? Not that many anti-armor
Fleet,
thingies
on
here.
point.
Mortar. Let's use it again. Very important. Oh god. Another one is going down. Okay. Good. Dreadnought. There's also some help now coming in. The ironclad over there.
You will not spoil the fireworks.
It's those
Fleet,
really heavy
engage.
harbor artilleries that are doing a lot of damage there to us. She should give up now though.
Enemy target established.
Oh, come on. You're ready to give up. There it is. That was a high cost for us though. And
I will not
boom.
rest until it is returned to me.
All available
Stations.
once more to us. Let's get those ships over.
Now
Lots.
you've got more items
Really
than
lots of
me.
stuff that is floating around. I will not be able to take all of it.
Rolling up to speed.
Some of it might be nice to have though, so let's just check it out.
Structure
And perhaps also something in her trade post. Soap factories we got, residences. Nah, that's really not that great. There will be just some consumer goods here floating around, nothing really out of the ordinary. How much did she lose with that? Because that was really a heavy defense. She's still climbing in military rank. There's no way that we can actually catch up with that.
Aye.
It is really all for eternal war. There's no way that we can actually fix this, it seems. Lots of cigars, alright, but we
Ready
are
for
producing them
assignment.
ourselves now. That's it though, right? So these are the spoils of war. The island is the more important thing here to us right
We
now.
have taken damage.
Not really those crappy items that we get out of it. But that was just also very satisfactory to see all of that. Now we can continue onwards with our research institute in Africa. Stay tuned.